Just turn the phone off. Did you see the dirty fucking rung and told you, didn't I? I don't lie. The dirty rung and fucking phoned the police on me. Dave, on my phone in Cockerill. Am I getting the police on Cockerill? The dirty rung. And I told you, didn't I? Was lying about the girl from there. These people, he hasn't got no proof. It's all made up. Well, how come Mandy Jameson come on and said, no, the idiot went, well, if this is true, why isn't the paperwork up? Well, I'll tell you why the paperwork isn't up. Because you don't know the fucking law. You just open your big stupid fucking mouth, a lot of yous, and talk shit. The shit just comes out the mouth. The Decca lovers and the tinfoil lovers, the fucking scruffy fat cunts. So what happens is, when you get a Claire's or Sarah's law, if you say you start seeing a new bloke and you're a woman and you've got kids, you've got the right to ask for a Claire's law, which is the one which is sexual abuse towards whatever person. And the Sarah's law is abuse, beating them up with women or children, wherever. So you can say, look, I've just been tipped off by someone that the lad I'm with, he's been this, that and the other, and he's got a record. I've been to court with him, and you can even hear it. You can even get it in the courts. You can even read it out. Say, for instance, you were up and you were done for, like, say, assaulting someone. You know, he broke in 1985. He broke somebody's jaw. In 1986, he broke somebody else's jaw. In 1992, he ran someone over. They read it all out, your record. It goes in the newspaper. So such and such has been charged for an assault where he slapped someone in a pub and broke the jaw or whatever. But then it reads all your history out. The newspapers read out because they've got it all documented in the courts. And they have the freedom of the press, have the freedom of the right to put out there because it's in the public domain. So what happens is, the woman or the man could be up for the woman, what could be a woman, what could be a wrong. You phone up and you say to the police, now, could I have a Sarah's law, Claire's law? So they say, right, yes. You go down to the police station. So how the fuck can you put paperwork up when they don't give you paperwork? These idiots are fucking absolute bad, pure fucking clowns. They are, some of them. Michael of the Mouse family said, put something on the cassette, and our police officer, fake police officer, I should say, failed police officer, kicked out the police force. So that was all true. What I told you about Terry's his real name, changed it to Anne. So she got kicked out the police force she went, 2 police officers went in 2 different occasions and said, I've been sexually assaulted by the officer, let's call him the officer on the desk. The officer on the desk has sexually assaulted me. And he went, He said, can you come in, please? So the sergeant pulled her in. Did you touch such and such, or whatever the allegation was? Sexually touched. So she said, this is her words, all showing up with show. Oh, it's just, it's set me up, it's made up and all this crap. Then she was pulled in again for a sexual assault on someone else. Another police officer, young police officer. 2 young police officers, not old, young. Hey, Anne, 2 young lads. 2 young lads, you sexually assaulted, they said. So 2 police officers made it up. 2 police officers went in 2 different occasions and made it all up. What? So they could lose the job. So what if, if they would tell lies? So you were suspended for a year. So then you were working on the desk. You changed your name to Anne, whatever the second name is. It eludes me. So I don't get it wrong, because she's actually he'll be setting the piss out of me or something. So I'll just say that. So you change your name to Anne, so it'll be more credence. So you went in the papers. They are bullying a lad, a girl. They're bullying a girl. So when you were asked by Sean Atwood and the wild man, you went, oh well, the police or the sergeant said, can I have you in here, please? I want to see you. So she went and seen the desk sergeant. The desk sergeant said, did you have anything to do with that shit protest all over the walls last night? She went, no, I didn't. And have you had anyone else in? Now, when you said that, I thought, yeah, you're right, Anne. You're right, because if it was a police station, there's loads of police there and people in and out and all that stuff. But you forgot to tell everyone there was only you on that night and the cleaner. It's a little tiny police station in Bootle. So you tried to mislead them by as if, it could have been anyone in the police station. There was only 2. One of you were classed as the officer on the desk, answering the phone. How can I help you? I've lost my cat, or whatever. You one of them. You weren't a proper policeman where you went out arresting people. Stop telling lies. So let me just finish this before I answer your questions. So this is Anne we talked about. So you were then suspended again for the poo protests, apparently. Not for the other two. I don't know which ones they were, but you got suspended twice, a year, and then another year. So then you started taking the police to court. You went berserk. Narcissists. Then you put images up of certain certain things that weren't allowed. You were saying they're paedophiles, they're like you do to me. Calling me a fucking paedophile. Calling me a Satanist. Calling my wife a Satanist. You were hanging around with the tinfoils and Decca ding dong. So you're the fucking wrong un. You're the fucking wrong un. Yeah. And you got, what did you get? You've been done for trolling before. You fucking got done. You got kicked out of the police force for it. You got Brian Harvey charged. Poor Brian Harvey off E17. You had a mental breakdown, collapsed in the police station, had to take him to hospital because of you. It was you bullying him. And many other people have come on and said you're doing it. You're obsessed with people. You can't take it when you get outed. And when you put the facts up, these are your words, and this is you on Sean Atwood. And you can watch it on Sean Atwood. Have a look on there, guys. You'll see him. Talking about what happened. So what happened is you took the police to court, you took the police to court, you took this one to court, somebody else to Liverpool, somebody else. So the police went, that's it, no more. You got, every time they went to court, went kicked out. Every time they kicked it out. So you were deemed to be a nuisance. So you were deemed as a waste of time, wasting police time. So you were charged and kicked out the police force for wasting police time. That's you, Anne, a failed police officer, embarrassing. You got kicked out. So now you're a troll. So you come on trolling people, and then saying, people get abused and this, that, and the other. And you just talk a lot of fucking shite. The shite just comes off your mouth. It rolls out your mouth. I've talked about 25 people about you last week or so, and they've all been trolled off you. That's all. That's their opinion. That's their words. What they're saying. Now, getting back to this paperwork from some person here, went, well, if that's true, what Mandy Jameson said. Now, Mandy Jameson was a girl. Well, she is a girl. She lived in Liverpool. Emma used to live there with her for 6 or 7 years. And she went out with her cousin, and they used to work together. So her son was stabbed, and he was killed, obviously with a knife. And so she was going to do a documentary. So the documentary, Emma did want to phone up and say, look, don't do that documentary because Decca's this, Decca's that, because you thought it might be detrimental to her because she might be going through something where she needs to do the documentary to try and help her son to make people aware of knives and stuff. So she said, I'm not going to tell her, I'm not going to say it out, Brian. She said, because she's the loveliest girl you could ever meet. She's like a sister to me. So then she decided, somebody else told her, someone told her what happened. So she came on. I went, the Cockerills. Decca come on and went, hey, Brian Cockerill's threatened another one of the people that I was going to get on. This is the second time. Well, the first one you tried to get on, there were people you tried to pay to go on. You offered them drug money. They went and phoned Emma, and Emma went and seen them. You offered them drug money, you and Tinfoil, and cocaine to go on and call me, make stories up about me, and lie about me. That's what you done. And the people came forward and spoke to me and Emma that live in this area and said it never happened. All you're talking, he said he was never off the phone to me 30, 40 times a day. Decca was phoning me to try and out Brian Cockerill. He said, absolutely obsessed. And Tinfoil was doing the same because they've got nothing on me. They're trying to. So then he did it again with that fucking other one, the fucking Apollo. Me and Emma was at home. So Emma said, I might go and see my sister because she's not been very well. So, and little nephew. So I wasn't well myself. I'd been bad with the COVID and that. So I said, well, go and stay a couple of days over there. I'll be all right with me and Bobby and that. And Scrappy was here. So I said, go and see your sister for the day and go and see your brother and that because they live Redcar. She hadn't been out the house for months and months, only to the shops with me and stuff. So she went over to Redcar for the day to see her sister. Tinfoil's missus said, she said, Redcar, she's left him. Get it out there, Apollo, get it out now, get out. She's left him, get it out. He's beaten her up, he's blacked her eyes on this. Oh, a load of fucking shit again, made up again. So then they were trying to say, Emma, I will give you £500, Shirley was saying. I'll get you £500 of Apollo for you out, Brian. If you just say anything, you put it and I'll get £500 put in your bank account today. It'll get transferred today. So I said, to and dodgy Dave. I said, say you want £1,000, get £1,000 off the cunt. And when you get the grand, say, Brian's just took it off me, and I was going to go into you fucking taxed Apollo, you little fucking freak. And he's fucking, right now, fucking dying of cancer now. Dying of cancer. That's what happens with these evil cunts. They call people and do things, and the Lord just sorts them out. So the evil cunt. So they tried to get that evil cunt on. It was called telling lies about everyone, making shit up like they do with everyone, and making all the shit. So Mandy then was said, "Oh, Brian Cockerill's threatened you, hasn't he? And Emma Cockerill's threatened you, hasn't she? Mandy?" Decca was saying, and she went, "I don't know. So Brian Cockerill, I don't know. Emma Cockeril, never heard of him." She said, "No one's threatened me." She said, "I've heard something about you." She said, "No, I haven't been threatened by anyone, but I've heard something about you to him." So she said, I'm gonna have to go and get a Claire's law, and Sarah's law." So she went down and got it, and she come back. And by law, what they do, they say, "You're right." They read it out to you. What they do, they put it on the computer. You're on that side. They'll go, in 1986, he done this to a child. In 1987, blah, blah, blah. And they go through everything. They tell you everything what he done. But you're not allowed to give it in the domain of the public because it's NFAs, no further actions. So he had something like 9 no further actions. She said, when she came back, she said, I know who Emma Nixon is. Emma's my sister. She's my sister. Like that, because she'd been living with her for 7 years, 6, 7 years. So she said, Emma has never, ever bullied me. And Brian, her husband, are lovely people. They're really good people, helping people in the world there. But you, Derek, don't you ever come back to my house. You're not allowed to be near children or women. You're not allowed. But she wouldn't. She said, the reason why I couldn't come with everything, Brian, because I'm doing the anti-knife campaign, and you could have got me charged, because she would have been charged by divulging all the information. But she just give a little bit out to let everyone know that he was wrong. And so the documentary got stopped, and she pulled away from him. So that's why you can't. What happened is John McLean went. So John McLean was at home, and he was getting pictures of him doing that on the train. Dirty Derek on the Dirty Derek Express. Woo, woo, fucking tosser. What a tosser. So you're on there, tosser. What normal man could get an erection on the train with kids and women and men walking about at 2 or 3 in the afternoon, videoing himself and watching himself in the mirror and getting the buzz off, watching himself, tossing himself off? What a fucking weirdo you are. That straight away is a red flag for me. There's no way back after that. I just think I don't need to see anything else now. That alone, saying that, doing that in front of women and children and men on the train, walking about, going in and out of carriages and that, and he sat there in the mirror doing that where people could see through. No, he's a fucking wrong one.